Before we begin, just a brief safety announcement. Smoking is not permitted on school property. No vehicles are permitted in the fire zones at any time for any reason. Spectators are asked to please silence cell phones. Remember that spectators can view a broadcast of the graduation ceremony live in the South Gym, which is air-conditioned. Entrance to the gym is right behind the spectator bleachers. Should the lightning detector activate, or there is an announcement that lightning is in the area, spectators will return to their vehicles. Graduates, staff, and other students involved with the ceremony have been informed of their locations. Further instructions regarding the next steps will be provided at the appropriate time should this occur. Spectators with tickets should report to the auditorium for the in-person ceremony, and the non-ticket holders should report to the South Gym for a broadcast of the ceremony. Thank you. Just so you know, no problem, but these pick up every word you say.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask all to please rise. If you're not already standing, please rise for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner performed by the NVD Concert Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good evening and welcome to the commencement of the class of 2025. I'm Dr. Sabatini, principal at Northern Valley Regional High School at Demarest. And before we begin, some heartfelt thank yous to our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. James Santana, Dr. Jennifer Mazzina, Assistant Superintendent, Northern Valley Board of Education President, Mr. Joseph Argenziano, and members of the NV Board of Ed joining us this evening, Mr. Argenziano, Mr. G.C. Vagascia, Ms. Lori Ross, and Ms. Beverly McKean. We also thank our business administrator, Mr. Capizzi, Bergen County Technical Schools Assistant Superintendent joining us this evening, Ms. Andrea Sheridan, representative of the Bergen County Technical Schools, Mr. Michael Miselli. We thank our outstanding leadership of our instrumental group, Dr. Ray Lucia, and the graduation band, Miss Megan Magnus, concert choir, our supervisor of buildings and grounds, Mr. Demba Main, our entire maintenance crew, all of our office professionals, of course, our tech team, our assistant principals who've done a great job, Mr. Keith Johnson, Ms. Taylor West, director principal of Valley Regional Programs, Ms. Bayer, our district directors, Mr. Spatz, Ms. Battaglia, our district supervisors, and of course our entire faculty and staff. At this time, it is now a privilege to introduce the Northern Valley Regional High School District Superintendent of Schools, Mr. James Santana.
Thank you, Dr. Sabatini. Good evening, family, friends, faculty, Board of Education members, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. It's an absolute honor to stand before you tonight as we celebrate one of life's great milestones. Graduation is more than a ceremony. It's a moment of reflection, pride, and transition for our seniors and everyone who supported them on this journey. To our graduates, you did it. You persevered through challenges, some expected, some unimaginable, and you've reached the finish line of your high school years. Most importantly, you've shown us who you are. You've grown into thinkers, creators, problem solvers, teammates, and leaders. You found your voice, discovered your passions, and made your mark on our school community in ways that no other class could. To our parents and friends here tonight, thank you. Thank you for trusting us with your children, for supporting them, and for being their foundation. Your love and sacrifice have helped bring them to this moment. To our teachers, staff, and administrators, you are the heartbeat of this district. Your guidance, compassion, and tireless work have shaped these students and prepared them for what comes next. You've done more than educate. You've inspired. I'd like to give a special thank you tonight to Dr. Sabatini, who will be retiring after 20 years of service to the Northern Valley School District. And I know he does not want the attention, but please join me in a round of applause for Dr. Sabatini. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter, whether it be college, career, the military, or something still unfolding, I encourage you to carry forward 3 guiding principles. The first is curiosity. Curiosity is a fundamental human trait. It's the driving force behind progress and a key to unlocking new experiences and understanding. Let curiosity be your compass. Keep asking questions. Remember, the world doesn't just need answers. It needs people bold and inquisitive enough to uncover the next great challenge, the next big idea, and next possibility. Never stop learning, and let your curiosity turn the ordinary into extraordinary. The second is character. In the words of John Wooden, be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think of you. Your character is built in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when the decision is hard, and when the right thing to do is not easy. And if you lead with kindness, courage, and integrity, you will build a life that you're proud of, and you'll inspire others to do the same. The third is contribution. Use your talents to lift others. Whatever path you choose, remember that success is measured not just in what you achieve, but in how you give back. Strive to leave every situation better than you entered it. You're entering a complex world, but it's full of opportunity. And we believe in you, not just because we hope you're ready, but because we've seen that you are. Go forward with curiosity, character, and a spirit of contribution, and there is nothing that you can't do. So class of 2025, take pride in all you've accomplished, savor the memories you've made, and embrace the adventures in front of you. Your story is just beginning, and I have no doubt it will be extraordinary. We wish you joy, success, and purpose in all that comes next. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santana. I'm extremely proud to stand before you this evening to honor the class of 25. Parents, you've entrusted us with the ultimate responsibility. There's no greater responsibility than being entrusted with the education of another's child. Our students, we feel confident in telling you, have learned that we're certainly more than a GPA, we're more than a standardized test score, more than a transcript. We've consistently asked our students to focus on lifetime skills, trust the process, and maintain a balanced perspective. We thank an outstanding faculty and staff who've engaged and challenged our students to think critically and problem solve. Seniors, please continue to express your appreciation to your parents, without whose love and support, countless sacrifices, you wouldn't be in this position tonight. By controlling how we respond, again, how we respond when things don't go our way, by compensating and adjusting, we learn the ability to keep moving forward. It's not easy in the face of adversity, but nothing worthwhile ever is. There's an outstanding book called Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, and the writer Angela Duckworth researched what really sets successful people apart. She asked, is it IQ, is it private tutors? And she really became convinced of the following. Our ability is one thing. What we do with it is quite another. It was that combination of passion and perseverance that made high achievers special. In a word, they had grit. We've also used the pronouns we, our, and us. One thing I feel very confident, I even hesitate to use the pronoun I because we always use we, our, and us with our students and staff in our communications because nothing's about the individual. If we, as you can see, we're graduating as a family, as a community this evening. In our communications, we've avoided being condescending and emphasize we don't always control what happens to us, but we certainly control our response. And remember, as the leadership writer John Maxwell said, our competition's really in the mirror. We're asking people to be growth-minded, emphasize gradual progress. It definitely relieves stress, and we ask our seniors to carry that forward after graduation. Remember, a single event will never determine our destiny. We're capable of increasing our effort, compensating, and adjusting. We've set the tone with students at class meetings, which we very much enjoy early in the school year. This class, when they were juniors, saw a brief video by Admiral William McCraven, former Navy SEAL, former Chancellor of the University of Texas System, who said at a graduation, do the little things right. Know that life's not fair. Measure a person by the size of their heart and never, ever give up. The critical skills needed are assertiveness, accountability, coping skills, and emotional intelligence, or EQ, not IQ. Perseverance is critical regardless of the adversity confronting us. The leadership writer Stephen Covey said, I'm not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. And if I really want to improve my situation, I can work on the one thing over which I have control, and that's myself. At this year's opening of school, Denzel Washington talked at a commencement about asking our students not to aspire to make a living, but aspire to make a difference. And as our students have heard countless times, we ask them to keep bringing it every day, even on days when we may not be at our best. And remember, seniors, we're not meant to be perfect. But one thing we can do is be a different kind of great every day. There's different types of greatness. As Covey said, everyday greatness has to do with character, distinguished from secondary greatness, which has to do with notoriety, wealth, fame, prestige, or position. Class of 25, we've believed in you. Keep believing in yourselves. And to paraphrase the late journalist Tim Russert in a memoir he wrote about his late father, Big Russ, and me, to our parents this evening, I'd like to echo what Mr. Russert said. Whatever these young people achieve, parents and whoever they are literally standing on your shoulders tonight. We appreciate what you've done for our students, your children, and our school district and school. Thank you and congratulations. It has been a privilege. The NVD concert choir members will now prepare to perform for us here this evening, In My Life.
affection for people and things that went before. Though I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more.
At this time, it's now a privilege to introduce NVD's Teacher of the Year. Please welcome to the podium Mrs. Jessica Miano.
Thank you, Dr. Sabatini, Mr. Santana, board members, honored guests, assistant principals, supervisors, my fellow faculty members, staff, and all of the family and friends of our graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2025. It is truly an honor to be here and to speak to you tonight. Henry David Thoreau once wrote, "You must live in the present. Launch yourself on every wave. Find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this." Class of 2025, if I could give you one piece of advice on this momentous day in your lives, it would be to remember that you have one life to live, and that journey may not always be a straight line. For most of us who have been in your shoes before today, we can tell you that life often takes curves, side roads, U-turns, and even some driving in reverse. If my life had turned out the way that I thought it would when I was 18 years old, I might not be standing here today. Despite the many curves and side roads, the unexpected detours and stops along the way, I know that I am exactly where I am supposed to be. I would never give up my past as an actress, waiting outside in the cold winter for hours for a chance to play a dead body on Forensic Files, or performing in a garage-turned theater with no bathroom and folding chairs in the New York Fringe Festival. Makes teaching look glamorous. Those experiences allowed me to become the person that I am today and to love Fawcett for all that it is. Know that all of the curves and diversions may be exactly where you are supposed to be at that time. Your kindness, your sincerity, and your integrity will be what allow you to make the most of the situations that you are in, whether you make them or accidentally happen upon them. If you have been my student, I always tried to let you know that I believe in you. I am proud of you. To all of you in the class of 2025, we believe in you. We are proud of you. As you leave this place, go into the world knowing that this community believes in you and that wherever you are, it is likely exactly where you are meant to be. Thank you.
It is now a privilege to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2025, Roy Sung.
Good evening, Mr. Santana, Dr. Sabatini, members of the administration and of the Board of Education, faculty, staff, family members, fellow graduates, and friends. Thank you for coming to celebrate the class of 2025. I would also like to give special thanks to Dr. Sabatini and wish him a happy retirement after spending his last 2 years with the best school and best class. I'm going to steal one of Dr. Sabatini's favorite phrases. Control what you can control. Right now, there are many things that we don't seem to be able to control. Funding cuts affecting college opportunities, corporate greed, the Knicks in the playoffs, and the NVD lunch line. We gather this evening approaching the dog days, some of the hottest and challenging days of the year. But we are not just entering the heat of the summer, we will be stepping into a challenging future, but one that we are prepared for. Our greatest issues may seem impossible to tackle by ourselves. You can't control the blistering heat of the sun, but as a community, you can dig a well. Changing the world around us and taking control of our future becomes a lot more manageable when we influence each other and act as unions of billions of people, not just individuals. I think at NVD, our class embodies these ideals of collaboration. We got through these last 4 years, putting our best performance through tough classes, games, races, and underclassmen, not just from the effort we put in and the talent we have as individuals, but because we had a genuine support system for each other. We helped each other out, whether it be understanding something from class or on the court, or holding each other accountable for the work we put in. I'm pointing this out because, to be honest, it will only get more difficult from here. We will experience failure, but success isn't easy. Change isn't easy. So don't let difficulty be an obstacle to whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Difficulty can be a sign that you're doing something right, a sign that you are going against the universe's chaos. The last burning reps in a workout are what make you stronger, not the comfortable ones in the beginning. You miss shots and make mistakes in practice so that you succeed in the game. But remember, not just to be all in to pursue your dreams and aspirations, but to also take some time to slow down, especially after tonight, to appreciate the time you'll never get back. A year from now, another class will sit in these exact seats, preparing to enter adulthood the same way we are just now. What we choose to do next, whether it be taking risks, continuing the paths we have in mind already, or starting all over again, will influence not just ourselves, but ripple outward to the rest of the world. Control what you can control, but don't be afraid to chase what seems out of reach. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, the salutatorian of the class of 2025, Tony Yuen.
Good evening, everyone. So, we're finally all alone is a feat that we should all be proud of. Not all of us have been in the same class together. In fact, there may be people seated next to you who you've never even spoken to before. But regardless of how different our friend groups or schedules may be, we've all done this one thing together as a class: learn. And that doesn't just mean doing homework or studying for tests. Yes, we've all had our fair share of projects, lab reports, and long nights of rushing deadlines. But we've also learned a lot about talking to others and maintaining relationships. Think about all those unwanted icebreaker activities that we've done each year. Like, no, I don't know what I would do if a zombie apocalypse started. And I don't really want to think about it. But at the end of the day, we give in and learn a little bit more about our classmates. I want to share one of my learning experiences in high school, starting with a term called tutorial hell. If you've ever been into coding, you may have already heard about this phrase, but it really applies to learning any skill. you start out with watching one tutorial video just to learn the basics, but soon enough, you have 10 YouTube tabs open, the day is almost gone, but you still feel like you don't really know what you're doing. For a long time, I was burdened by tutorial hell. I really wanted to make some cool projects that I could show off to others, but sitting in front of that blank screen, I found myself reliant on the comfort of tutorials to support my next step. Eventually though, to become a better programmer, I had to stop my tutorial addiction. I had to start experimenting, failing, and retrying. And that's when I found it easiest to learn, when I didn't feel ready yet, and when my work still seemed unrefined. And I'm not saying that tutorials are evil. I actually think they're necessary when starting off. It's just like how we've gotten through high school with the help of our parents, teachers, and friends. But through school, we've also learned to become more independent. For example, we no longer rely on our parents to manage our lives or answer our emails. Now that we're leaving high school, we'll be entering a period in our lives with a lot less rules and support. In these times, it's normal to reach for something that gives us comfort, like tutorials. And honestly, I'm gonna miss all of the small things that we've gotten used to, like the relief of Wednesday PLC days and the excitement of unexpected subs. But we shouldn't let our fears or perfectionism control us or stop us from learning. So when you're faced with something uncertain or difficult, remember that you don't need another tutorial, you just need to try. Thank you.
As we prepared for the moment we've all been waiting for, the reading of the names for the graduates, just like to recognize very briefly our Director of Innovation and Special Projects, who was not mentioned earlier, Dr. Mark Cicchino, who behind the scenes leads so many initiatives, teaching and learning for our students and our staff. We thank Dr. Cicchino for those efforts. At this time, we're going to have our English teachers, Mrs. Jessica Miano and Mr. Joseph McAllister, start to introduce the graduates of the class of 2025 as Mr. Santana and Board of Education members joining us this evening move towards the diploma table to prepare to present these diplomas, which is the main reason why we are all here this evening.
Prayana Tapa. Mitchell Eric Brodsky. Corinne Shani Smith. Antonio Hernandez Ruiz. Savannah Faye Brown. Gavin Wade Hines. Leah Yacoel. Nathan Charles Rosenblit. Alyssa Kim. John Marley Klaus Abante. Kayla Victoria Kuhn. Samuel Restrepo. Sophia Jihei Lee. Daniel Benlulu. Caitlin Emily Montello. Neil Matthew Bernhout. Shruti Vatimili. Anthony Joseph Carpenzano. April Kim. Matthias Xavier Daludado. Joseph Thomas DeMateris. Eunice Imso Lee. Tensei Hachio. Mika Yari. Jonathan David Hefter. Ella Rowena Spickerman. Tyler B. Ho. Sarah Ying Chen. Jack Alexander Hockran. Charlie Jade Goldstein. Yunsu Eric Wang. Sahana Kapoor Mishra. Christian Yuchan Jung. Roy J. Sung. Tony Yuan.
Alex Collins. Yoav Auror Kaufman Glisco. Maya Weinberg. Daniel Kim. Sophie May Schwartz. Jacob Unjun Kim. Lauren Isabella Freyer. Sean Kim. Jordan Faye Sereda. Neil Malhotra. Chloe Blake Abramson. Ethan Charles Park. Aaron Ree. Shalev Reuven Adler. Lauren Nicole Brolin. Max Liam Brickman. Yuna Lee. James Musang Cha. Maya Garcia. Joshua Lamyong Chung. Maya Marie Guggen. Luke Christian Davis. Kaya Caroline Cohen. Michael Douglas Delaquila. Jenna Kim. Avi Huber. Kyra Sazmaz. Dean Carterer. Allison Jimin Kim. Matthew Damo Kazuto Kim. Sojin Lee. Merlin Ryan Coons. Yoni Hong. Joshua Jinghong Lee. Jian Kim. Sean Lee.
Sadie Rose Alfano. Ethan Lopez. Rachel Mary Shapiro. Gabe Simon Patnoy. Kira Elizabeth Bianchi. Jason Edric Pereira. Mayan Nissan. Daniel James Perez. Katharina Rose Enefiev. Jacob Omila Tingson. Kayla Danielle Cepeda. Ryan VJ. Ellie Yoli Salazar. Matthew Evan Wong. Casey Megan Davis. Andrew Robert Zwerneman. Anastasia Ivanuk. Adam Noah Adler. Avril Elza Tobin. Johan Chung. Liliana Carolina Diaz. Alazar Dash. Luana Julia Pascali. Dexter Murphy Drazen. Jessica Tara Ann Anavim. Sung Yoon Huang. Ava Rose McLaughlin. Hayden Kim. Vanessa I. Ho. Ilan Dean Kipnis. Aliyah Hope Zirin. Samuel Junun Lim. Eliza Longini Xavier. Dorian Caspi Moore. Haley Mina Sereda. Luke Michael Novosel.
Caitlin Jiha Choi. Max Harrison Playton. Diane Yoon. Yahel Raviv. Katerina Eleni Dokas. Zachary Rowan. Zaina Khan. Erez Shinar. Ava Maria Buckley. Alec Ethan Stratton. Valentina Lauren Bueno. Ronan Henry Choper. Noah Kipnis. Anthony Umana. Roni Cohen. Tadio Ju Wang. Hannah Michelle Cohen. Kayvon Ashtarab. Allison Rose Jesner. Shannon Otrada. Isabel Young. Ryan Michael Ayers. Georgina Ganitas. Dror Cohen. Julia Marie Reyes. Julian James Cohen. Jordan Emily Semagrin. Patrick Martin Colwell. Fatima Noor Siddiqui. Peter Declan Connolly. Leah Kang. Ethan Dye. Sanya Shivnani. Kanko Dayulyo. Alexa Jane Weiss. Daniel Junsung Hong.
Francesca Isabel Liberace. Roy Kim. Riley Paige Hauk. Joshua Ethan Craner. Lilia Keeley Ward. Austin Lee. Daniela Quiroga Rivera. Matthew Suho Lee. Julia Rose Weiss. Isaac Xavier Peters. Chloe Lee Hohen. Sean J. Sabo. Lisa Nazapov. Connor Nicholas Shea. Triana Fernanda Puente. Arnav Shapuri. Emma Lucia Argenziano. Noah Sebastian Sosa. Louise Choi. Chase William Van Son. Sarah Frances Cagney. Joseph Nathaniel White. Victoria Cosa. Jonathan Belenke. Alexandra Stanovokovich. Charles Brennan. Isabella Luna Barrios. Matthew Rian Domingo Caggio. Olivia Ketchin Coombs. Carson John Jacowenko. Ann Chung. Mingyu Zheng. Phoebe Sloan Turner. Joshua Michael Kodosh. Anita Kosa. Jacob Dahin Kim.
Caitlin Sierra Waters. Yali Levy. Sanvi Manish Shah. Ryan Liu. Isabel Sorayi. Ariel Malul. Sophia Pulver. Michael James Steffen. Lydia Bion. Junta Tani. Sophie Ilana Konen. Daniel Teplitsky. Juha Kim. Ivan Tomachko. Cameron Ruth Seitlin. Alexander Joseph Verheilig. Eva Marie Green. Eden Daniel Barak. Sujin Kim. Kyle Vincent Davis. Eliza Grace Glick. Jackson Spencer Dickstein. Ori Lindenberg. Nicholas Burrell Gorenstein. Sia Jaswal. Rafael E. Guzman. Victoria Chu. Hugh Allen Higgison. Yunju Lee. Adam Russell Kaufman. Noah Butchnick. Curtis Kim. Scarlett Aloysia Gard. Joel Hameen Kim. Esther Huang. Peter Thomas Cariz.
Isabella Bayul Sun. Luke Jackson Lapira. Emily Park. Justin Tyler Mers. Marissa Catherine Samperi. Liam Millman. Arshia Kamlesh Shah. Kenneth Michael Miner. Olivia Rose Rothstein. Sung Hyun Park. Grace Jung. Where did I leave off? Evan Jungwon Ryu. Samantha Sona Liu. Zach James Schweid. Sarah Janina. Ibrahim Ahmad Tabak. Shira Shani. Ori Abu Sira. Alvina Adjuhene Fofir. Noah Tae Cheng. Kaylee Ann Atali. Ryan James Dunn. Chiara Paduano. Zachary Ethan Kochnover. Gabrielle Moira Rothstein. Benjamin Eric Kronfeld. Alexa Marie Baker. Matthew Lucas Manuel. Chloe Victoria Pyro. Josh Henry Moschenberg. Leanne Michelle Speranza. Tomer Anthony Sawicki. Olivia Morgan Hers. Riley Max Churoff. Sophia Kelly Franco. Gilad Tal.
Ashley Paige Morrison. Jasper Ming Gresswitz. Maya Liel McKay. Michael McCodsey.